Hello, my name is Eddie Tofpick. I'm Head of Technical Analysis and Senior Markets Analyst at ADM Investor Service International Limited. I'd like to go through some foreign exchange charts with you today, and the first one I'd like to start off with is the euro against the dollar. Now, looking at this chart, you can see it's another indecisive pattern in a row. This time an indecisive spinning top pattern. There's beginning to be actually a type of symmetry here in recent actions, as last week we had indecisive action centered around 113.70, whilst this week we have similar around 112.80. Both are connected by a single pattern, the bearish long dark cloud cover pattern that we've seen, which is pushing the market down. In addition, the very recent 50% Fibonacci line at 112.61 and the medium moving average, which is currently at 112.60. Those are the supports at the moment. Overall, this all continues to favour the idea of a big head and shoulders top formed over 2017 to 2018. I've been harping on about for quite a while. This is the one with the target X in the 104.85 area. Now overhead, with still the perceived strong combination of the 50% Fibonacci line of the 2019 to date move at 113.40 and the long moving average, currently 113.30. As a postscript to this, there seems to have been enough effort now to counter the weekly key reversal up we've had 2 weeks ago. The next one I'd like to look at is sterling against the US dollar, otherwise known as cable. And here we see another bearish black crow and continuation between the overhead resistance, which is currently 127.05, and the support below, which is currently 125.17, of the descending and middle tines, respectively, of the bearish 2019 Andrews pitchfork that's been pointing this market down since May. The market actually at the moment is hesitant, but seems to still have potential to try towards the middle tine. Now, some recent actions have heavily dented, but not removed the idea that these moves, or at least most of these moves, of the whole of 2019 so far, are a head and shoulders top with a split head. If this carries on lower, then the target X on the downside would be in the 123.45 area. Now, the test, as always, will be how the market reacts to the tines. The next one I'd like to look at is euro against sterling. Now, here we have a seeming period of hesitancy might lay ahead, as despite prices following on higher to the recent bullish engulfing pattern and closing over seemingly significant 61.8% Fibonacci level of the old October to December 2016 move 89.59, it all looks a little suspect just ahead of the 90 even level resistance. Now remember, this number, after all, is a major Gann number. We'll see if the market can capitalize upon being over 61.8% Fibonacci level and take a crack at the June high. Please still remember, with a rare monthly key reversal up back in May, and this June to date action seems to be the resultant move up. So add that also to the mix. The next one I'd like to look at is the US dollar against the Japanese yen. Now on this chart you can see a small bearish black crow that may possibly lead us to have a bull hammer in our hands. But it's too early to tell. You have to give it a couple of days at least. However, the market did also move back below the upper time, currently 107.79, of the bearish April to May shift pitchfork, which has been running the move lower since late May. Now on reflection, I've kept this pitchfork in place as it still seems to have something to say. The final chart I'd like to look at is the Australian dollar against the US dollar, Aussie dollar. Here you see a follow-on higher from the recent complete volte-face back up after the recent key reversal down. Now prices drove up as far as the medium moving average, currently 70.31, breaching it but closing below it. We've pushed up above the medium moving average again at the moment, all the way up to the off-mentioned upper tine, currently at 70.45 of the big bearish December 2018 to January 2019 shift pitchfork. Now, I've repeated many times how overall nothing in this big picture really changed. Well, this concept is being tested right now as we're pushing into this upper tine. Watch carefully as we've broken this time before, back in April, but we've not had 2 consecutive closes over this tine ever. In the meantime, good trading.